Whether it is within your garage or your house, organization can be difficult when you continue the process of buying new gym equipment. Organization was one of the last things on my mind, but really should have been the first thing I thought about when I bought new equipment. Especially now, with me working out in a single car garage where I still park my truck in, I need to ensure that all the equipment is put in the proper space or else it could end up costing me money. I'm Josh with Garage Gym Tips, and within this video you're going to find different storage options and processes to help you build and plan your garage gym going forward. So where do you start with organization? The biggest thing is removing excess junk from your garage. This is due to the fact you want as much space as possible when you're working out or when you want to store your equipment. There's different options for you to get rid of this excess junk, but one way you could do it is putting the storage up into the attic space of your ceiling if you have roof trusses above you and have an attic access, or you could be putting it in your house in a basement where your garage gym or home gym is not at. Also, you could sell off some of these unused items like old Christmas lights, old trees. That's just more money that you could put towards more gym equipment. Now that we removed the excess junk, we can start kind of the organization process and some of the objects that we like to use. My biggest favorite is storage racks and a barbell storage, because you don't want all your equipment laying on the ground, or else you're gonna have so much space taken up by all that equipment. One of my biggest sayings is go vertical. In most cases, we don't use the vertical space that much. We might need a small section for handstand push-ups, wall balls, but we don't use the vertical space. That's why these vertical storage racks are such a great tool to use as well. One of my favorite options is a gladiator rack. It allows me to go vertical, but it also fits within my walls because they do have different sizes. Where I got this from was Home Depot. I'll put the link in the description down below as well. They have an 18-inch depth and then a 24-inch depth, and then they range in different lengths. And also the height does change. We're really worried about that length and depth. A nice feature with this too, they have like a little peg system off the side where you can hang some of your resistance bands, some of your warm-up materials, or like an extension cord. It's just a nice little feature to have there that you don't have to put a peg system on your wall. Then that takes up more wall space as well too. Our next option on the list is the barbell storage. A barbell storage is very key in keeping your barbells out the ground and keeping away from all that dirt and grime. So I went with a vertical over a horizontal because vertical doesn't take up so much wall space laterally. It just takes up vertical space going up. And the reason why I went with an actual barbell storage over a budget option is because it's actually made for barbells, and I like to preserve my barbells as much as possible and not destroy the collars. With garage gyms, we like being efficient with our time. Make sure you have easy accessibility to any equipment that you're going to use on a regular basis. It's a pain to move equipment if you got to get something behind it every single time. I know from this with my assault runner being right in front of my squat rack. That's why I bought a different option for a squat rack, because it's so much easier to move rather than moving the big honking assault runner. And I'll put down in the description down below too that squat stand review. Watch that after this video as well. Our big goal with this is take it off the storage and it's right away we use it. There's no waiting, no nothing. That's why we do garage gyms. Tip number 4, create a safe space to lift. This is very key, as you don't need to move any kind of equipment if you need to lift in a certain area. Also, you won't hit anything or damage any kind of equipment that you've bought, aka you're gonna lose money if you hit your own equipment. In most cases, your place where you're gonna lift is the center of your gym. And that's where I do too, because I keep most of my stuff to the outside of the walls. And if you have a rig, you're gonna be lifting around that rig. Just know which area is your center of your gym where you're going to be lifting, and then from there you can decide where the rest of your stuff is going to go. If you are enjoying the video, make sure you hit that like button down below and also hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any more future garage gym videos. Number 5, to reduce space and also money, buy things that can be used for multiple uses. The industry has really changed over the past few years with garage gyms becoming more popular. So you can find more gym equipment that's used for multiple uses, like my adjustable bench, where it can go to decline, flat bench, and vertical. It's such a great tool, a little extra money, but it has more benefits to me instead of having a bench and then also an incline bench as well. That takes up more space. Adjustable dumbbells or kettlebells. Like I have on my rack, I have a full storage rack just for dumbbells and kettlebells, but you still will need some dumbbells if you're training CrossFit, like a 50 and 35. Most cases you can get away with an adjustable dumbbell or kettlebell because it's more meant for the strength component and accessories. Another option is a wood plyo box. These come in various various sizes, but in most cases you're going to find them in 20, 24 inches, and 30 inches. Now you're getting different heights, and you can also stack weights on top of this to get more height if you're looking to go for a max box jump. And then resistance bands. Resistance bands can help with adding different resistance at different locations during a strength component, and also be a key factor in your warm-ups if you're trying to build some activation. Tip number 6, there's this nice design feature out there that Rogue has called Zeus. Cole brought this up to my attention, and it is a very nice way to figure out where you can put your equipment and have a good idea what actually fits. This will mostly be all Rogue's equipment, but it doesn't mean you have to buy Rogue. You can also go buy used equipment. It just gives you a good baseline of what you can actually fit. When you do go buy equipment from a different brand, make sure the base and size of the equipment is actually the exact same, so you don't have a little whoops and it's a costly mistake. Here's my design that I did in Zeus Designer, just to give you a little reference. If you want any help with designing your garage gym, I have plenty of ideas, so feel free to reach out to me. I'll put my personal Instagram down in the description as well, and feel free to DM me. There really isn't a better feeling knowing that your garage gym is actually more organized than your house. Using these tips from the video, you will feel the same way, and you'll receive the same comments that I do as well. If you are still stuck on space or looking for a quick setup squat rack, I did a squat stand review from Titan Fitness. I hope you enjoy. I'll catch you in the next one.